Hi everybody, my name is Lee. I talk about money, investment, and personal finance. Today I'm going to talk about a topic on why we sleep. And the reason is because this channel is about I want you to be rich. And to get rich, really, it's about having a pause in our life. And I'm doing this video because it doesn't seem to be related to money or investment, but indeed it is. Over time, I studied a lot of data, science, and people because I was overworking myself, and one day I collapsed from exhaustion, and I have, very bad health. And in the end, I realized it was not the medication, the surgeries that really saved me, but sleep. And we are in a generation of sleep deprivation right now, a sleep epidemic in America. We are taking on examples of workaholics who think that if you sleep less, you're winning, which surprisingly, data and science found out that it has no correlation. In fact, the less we sleep, the poorer our decision making. And we are like a lobster in hot water that is slowly cooked to death, and we don't even know that. And so that's why today I want to talk about sleep deprivation, the importance of sleep, and how you can better empower yourself and become rich by sleeping more. So, it's so interesting because today we are using so much data-driven methodology in building our products for consumers, for YouTube, for Google, for everything, but we are not data-driven enough when it comes to how we live our lives and how can we be more empowered in our daily lives by using data on how well we sleep and how good our decision making becomes. And we have a very bad example of Elon Musk saying that he doesn't sleep so that he can achieve more, but in fact he's tweeting at night, and his tweet costs Tesla a lot of problems. And I suspect if he has his optimal amount of sleep, there will be better decision making and he will be equally successful. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not saying that you sleep and you are lazy and you don't do as much. We work as hard and work smart and extremely hardworking, but we all know that we need to regenerate and pause. In every ancient culture, the Greek, the Japanese, the Chinese, French, even Winston Churchill lies down when he can instead of stand up when he works, is that we need a pause and we need to regenerate in order to have good decision. And over time I realized people become rich not because of the quantity of work they do, but the one or two quality decisions that they make. It is the quality of our decisions that make us rich, whether it's in our investing strategy, how we become more productive, how we write. It all comes down to your unique personality and talent that you have, and you only can have that at the best of yourself when you have your optimal amount of sleep. Some of us need 6 hours of sleep, some of us need 7, some of us need 8, and if you're a teenager, you probably need a little bit more. If you're under 25, data has shown. So really experiment with your sleep and prove to yourself how much better you operate if you sleep better. And I think the best way to learn is to learn from the experts. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, and he said that when he gets optimum sleep, he notices that his decision making is better, and his job in Amazon is to make quality decisions. And he said that when he gets less than 8 hours of optimal sleep, his decisions are 5 to 20% less good. So imagine if you get your optimal amount of sleep and you make a decision to quit investment banking, and go into a dingy warehouse and start sending out books. And that's what Jeff Bezos did. And why do you think he woke up one day and decided that this is his idea and he's going to pursue it? Because he had enough sleep that day. And also we know that stress, burnout, and diseases are linked if we don't have enough sleep. Just think of how you are running a marathon and you're burning yourself out right at the first 100 meter. So I want you to think about how becoming rich. In this channel, we talk about, investing, saving money, having strategy to get out of debt, having a better life. We tend to think that we have to become workaholic. And you know what? In this society, Americans have less sleep than any other developed countries, and we correlate workaholism with success, which in fact, if you look at science and data, it has no correlation. And if we start to acknowledge and pause, breathe, that our lives have become unmanageable and we need to do something about it. In this video, I'm going to introduce 8 ways that you can sleep better and start asking yourself the question of what is success? What makes us rich? And redefining it is not just money, it's not just power, but the fact that there is a flow. When I'm doing my YouTube video, there is a flow and I feel joyful doing it. My personality is coming out. I'm happy talking to my audience. So understand that the idea of becoming rich, I want you to be rich, is really the fact that you are having joy at doing what you're doing. And then going towards money and success. And it doesn't mean that if you sleep, you're lazy. You actually get a lot more done by getting a lot less done, and by saying no to things that will give you amount of sleep, and making priorities and sacrifices. People nowadays brag about sleep deprivation and workaholism. Do this for me. Experiment with sleep and get your own proof and see how well you perform. There is a center of strength, wisdom, and joy and peace, according to Arianna Huffington, one of the top most influential 50 women in America. And tap into that center and ask yourself how getting better sleep and less guilt, because a lot of women out there, we are guilty for sleeping. It really helps you to respond to terrible things in your life in a way that makes you more resilient and make you more capable and make you able to develop your human capital when you sleep better. So let's jump into the 8 ways that you can sleep better. And I'm going to talk about this book, The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington, which you can find out so much more. And she uses data, and we all love data. She uses science and data to tell you how sleep really improves our decision making, and that makes you rich. So 8 ways to actually sleep better, proven by data and science. And I got this from the book Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington. She has unpacked a whole lot of data and interviewed a lot of people when she collapsed from exhaustion and talks about sleep. The first challenge that I give to you is to actually charge all your phones, iPad, and electronic devices outside your sleeping room so that you don't have sleep pollution. Your sleep area should not be polluted. And my life really changed after I got Kindle Oasis, so that I read when I sleep, but not using my iPhone. I used to read on my Kindle on my iPhone, and that blue light really affected my melatonin and also my whole sleep cycle. And then I started getting this alarm clock by Philip. It's a Philip sleep mapper. It has an app and it wakes me up with natural light. So it lights up and then it starts to dim down automatically. So it gives me a routine and a reminder that I'm going to sleep. And instead of using my phone and its alarm, the Philips sleep like clock and with an app as well really helps me monitor my sleep. I also use Withings under my bed to actually calculate how I sleep, but I don't wear my smartwatch when I sleep. I don't have my iPhone. I know all of you out there might have emergency calls and people that might need to call you in the middle of the night and you're thinking what happened. I have a dummy phone that I give this emergency number to people and they can call me if you want. And if you don't have a dummy phone, you can always set on your iPhone who can actually call you during your turn off hours, and also when you can set your night mode. Apple has really made it easy for us to monitor our screen time and our sleep. Number 2 is to have this clock instead of your iPhone, or a physical clock. Number 3 is exercise. So I realized that just having a 20-minute walk after my dinner and just some light exercise every day really helps with my sleep, because it really gives you that amount of physical activity that your body needs. And as an accountant and person who invests, I look at the screen all day and I just sit down. I don't have a lot of physical walking around except using my finger and I tap. So try to have some physical activity, including just a 20-minute walk after a meal. That really helps. Number 4 is to meditate. And Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, are big advocates of meditating. It really helps you calm down and gives you a sense of peace. And according to ancient philosopher, life and success is built from inside out and not outside in. Once you master the magic of meditation and giving yourself that pause, you really learn to bring down your blood pressure, your heartbeat, and be a lot more empowered against diseases and all the stress that you have. It's even better than yoga and exercise. So try meditation, get some help. Number 5 is I will not take coffee or caffeinated drinks after 2 or 3 p.m. because it stays in my system and it reduces the amount of kick that I want from caffeine. So if you're someone who loves caffeinated drinks, abusing it is going to reduce its power. So by not overdoing caffeine, I'm able to enjoy my coffee first thing in the morning and feel that kick. Number 6 is to avoid taking naps during the day, because that really makes you not so sleepy during the night. If you can take a 10-minute nap, that's fine, but not like a 1 or 2 hour. Number 7 is to get help. If you really cannot sleep, you should talk to your doctor, read. There's so much data behind how people can sleep better. And one of the ways is to keep electronics outside of your sleeping area. TV, phones, iPad. And getting a Kindle Oasis with that adjustable light really changed my life. And it allows me that time to cool down, relax, and start reading without looking at my iPhone or a Fire tablet. And number 8 is the last one. That is, have a routine. What time do you sleep, how you sleep, what kind of smell, scent that you have, and have the right temperature. So I will automate my temperature using this device here. I will link below a YouTuber who automated his air conditioning. And so by the time I need to sleep, like 10 o'clock, the temperatures start to lower. Things are automated because, I read in Atomic Habit that if you make it easier, less friction between you and your habit, it makes it easier. So a lower temperature actually makes it easy for you to snuggle up and sleep and improve your quality of sleep. So I hope this video has helped you sleep better and that you will be more empowered and have more joy in your life and become rich.